Hi, Mark here from Pond Algae Solutions, and you don't have to be watching the news or the weather reports much these days to know how hot this summer has been. We have had blistering heat throughout the upper Midwest and really throughout most of the United States, and it's becoming very, very common if you watch the online newsreels and some of the updates of fish die-offs across the country. Many of them in mass, large numbers of fish in ponds and lakes that are suffering from this terrible high heat. And we get questions on this all the time because also, farm ponds and other folks that have fish ponds are suffering too, and they wonder what happened. Well, in simple terms, once the water temperature gets above 78 degrees, it simply cannot hold as much oxygen. And you'll find fish hanging near the surface, sometimes breaking the surface of the water, trying to get air. Now, they're actually not pulling air out of the atmosphere. There is probably a very thin layer of dissolved oxygen right at the surface that they're trying to get into. It's hard to do, obviously, at that point, and many times when you see them gasping like that, it's not long before some of them are going to be gone. But the only way to really effectively deal with this problem in any way is to try to add quality aeration to the pond. In a pinch, you could run a sprinkler hose on a small pond, get air going up or get water going up in the air and dropping down like rain on the water surface and break the surface tension. That may help a little bit, but ultimately you want to add air to the pond, dissolved oxygen into the pond, and really get some movement going so that the surface is not just static. Aerator packages are available for all sizes of ponds and all circumstances, and so the most important thing I can say is check that out. It is an investment. I'll be the first one to admit that. But ultimately, my experience is that these aerator systems have provided a lot of benefits, way more benefits than the cost would even involve for most of the people that have bought them. I think they're very happy that they did, and particularly when we get into tough conditions like we've had this year, aeration has been a lifesaver for a lot of people and their fish. So it's the best advice I can give you. Try to stay cool yourself. Make sure you hydrate. Drink a lot of water when you're out around your pond and doing things outside. And, if you can, avoid the heat of the day because it's been brutal. Temperatures up 100 plus here in Iowa for the last couple weeks, actually. And we've had a few days that broke, into the 90s and were sort of a relief. But I'll tell you, it's been a heck of a year. So at any rate, if you have any questions dealing with your pond fish, aeration, whatever, be sure to contact us at Pond Algae Solutions. We're happy to try to help you get through these tough times. So also be on the lookout. We'll be doing a follow-up video to this where if you do get an aerator, and this goes particularly for large ponds, there's a particular sequence or a series that you want to follow if you're introducing aeration into a pond during really hot conditions, so you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned and we'll see you again real soon.